What's good, YouTube? All praises to the Most High, YAHUAH, and all praises to Yahusha, the one that lived for us, died to his flesh for us, that died on the stake for us, then was resurrected by the Most High YAHUAH, creator of heavens and earth, for us to have the Ruach HaKodesh. Now, y'all know what time it is. Let's quicken the Ruach HaKodesh. Haloe369, back at you again with another one. And hopefully everybody's been good. I ain't seen y'all in a while. Or I haven't been on in a while. Let's put it that way. And hopefully, you guys, if you're new to the channel, pull up, pull up, pull up. Have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. And let's have a conversation. If you're a regular here, I hope everything's been well with you. I'm really appreciative of every time that you guys watch one of my videos. And sometimes I might be brutal on some of my videos, or at least have a different opinion than the masses. However, hopefully you don't take me personal. Never take me personal. Mostly everything that I speak on is an observation from either the Most High or just my interpretation of what I'm seeing. And never take me personal. Don't be offended. Anyhow, hope everything been good with y'all, and hit that like button if you're a regular here. I love y'all. Hit them comments, cause I notice a lot of people watch my videos, but y'all never really comment. I don't understand why, but it's okay. I don't bite. It's all right. You can say what's up. You can say whatever you want in the comments. But, hopefully you get a little deliverance from and edification from the messages that I deliver to you. And let's get started. The topic of discussion is weakness. This might touch, like, it's an unorthodox view for us men, all right? But it's all for good growth. So, allow me to begin. Now, it's been about a week since I've been in the actual word. What I've been doing is actually practicing communing with the Most High regularly, like communing. Trying to make sure that He's exalted so that He can exalt me through my behavior, and making sure that others are exalted just through my, noticing their good behavior. Just paying attention to their good behavior. And a lot of just hear me out. If you're a man, just hear me out. All right. Now this might rub you the wrong way. It's fine. Don't take it personal. But a lot of men are too strong for their own good. Y'all, too strong. Strong-minded, stubborn, but in the wrong areas. It's more strength. Just like we tell women, it's more strength in their weakness and submission for us. It's more strength in being weak for the Most High, though. Yeah. be confident and be, if you want the Most High, seriously, because the Most High doesn't worry about children that aren't His. He does not. The children that aren't His, do you know what He does? He allows them to do what they do. Matter of fact, He got, from what I, and this is just an assumption, I could be incorrect. However, follow me. I think this dang on quantum field is on autopilot because it seems like the wicked and the righteous are able to use it in their endeavors, whether it be bad or good intention. Whether it be bad or good intention, people are able to use this. And Yahuwah, and this is just my assumption, once again, I can't prove this. However, follow me. We are on our 7th week. And on the 7th day, Yahuwah rested. In the book of Enoch, it talks about 8 weeks. And us, we're in our 7th week. The human population altogether is in the 7th week. And in the 7th week, I believe that Yahuwah is in a state of rest. And He has His angels, which is why He is all-knowing. He has His angels because though He resides in our vessel and uses the Ruach HaKodesh to communicate or answer us from where He is, it's a signal. It's a signal that goes ignored. I mean, well, that we're not aware of, okay? That goes to the Most High. But it goes through His angels, His messengers, okay? If He has messengers, follow me. His all-knowing does not work the way we think it does. I'm going to say that again. His all-knowing does not work the way we think it does. He's in a state of Sabbath. It is done. That's a state of Sabbath. It is done. That is a emotional and mental state of Sabbath. Everything is done. It is finished. So He left this auto field, this quantum field, or the field that we use for our prayers. He left it on autopilot to some degree, which is why it works for the wicked and the righteous alike. And I didn't understand that at first. Now, this is just an assumption. I could be incorrect, and I can be corrected if you see something different. However, from what I understand and see going on, the Most High, He is an active participant, but in a state of Sabbath. Which is why He hasn't, came down here to judge us. He's in an active state of Sabbath. It's not inactive. It's not what I'm saying. He's waiting for us to wake up. So for Him to wait for us to wake up, or wait for us to become matured wheat, and for exalting His existence, He's waiting for us to mature. Remember, he don't worry about the children that ain't his. He doesn't even chastise those children that ain't his. Now the ones that's his, he chastises. He sit them down, he sit them still, he get them out the way. Hey, look, this is what I need you to learn. That's how the Most High do his children. Now, for those people that's out here running on, uh, how they want to do things, the Most High giving them free reign. He allowing them to do it. Rightfully so, because that's how he programmed his laws to behave. Because it's a behavior. It's not just a degree or a frequency. It's a behavior. Let me give y'all some insight. If I'm weak for the Most High is weak for me. Which is why I say I have more strength in my weakness than a man has in his strength. If I'm weak, I'm mostly weak for the Most High. That means I can actively observe and he can actively observe me. That means I can actively exalt and he can actively exalt my behavior. And I attribute all glory to the Most High as I exalt him. And YAHUAH, same thing. It's an active behavioral process that most people ignore or remove the Most High from. The Most High is still active. However, his all-knowing, once again, because I said this in another video, his all-knowing doesn't work the way that people make it out. I seen a lady or a TS. You know what that is. So I seen a TS saying, well, God knew I was going to be like this. Why did he make me this way if I was going to be that way? Most High didn't make you that way. You chose to be that way. Now, whatever pushed you to that choice or traumatized you to want to go along with the decision you decided to make, that's on you. You can't attribute that to the Most High because he said it in the book of Enoch. He said in the book of Enoch that his man's undoing is of his own accord, his own perverse nature. It's our own perverse nature that destroys us. It's not the Most High. The Most High didn't create us the way that, and even with his all-knowing. I said this before, the Most High don't know you unless he see you. The Most High don't know you unless he has messengers and angels for a reason. They intercede for us. YAHUAH has angels and messengers for a reason. That means his all-knowing is the way we think it is. However, I digress. I'm speaking on the state of weakness versus strength. You have more strength in your weakness than you do in your strength. If you are weak for the Most High, the Most High can be weak for you. If you are exalting obedience to him, he can exalt obedience to you. Through you too, as well. If you can lean into him, he can lean into you. Through you. And this is happening because I haven't read the word in about a week. However, I'm in a state of remembrance. I've been actively trying to practice what I read. Well, making the effort through exaltation and, and receiving his blessings. Actively blessing him so he can actively bless me. Now he's in an active state of rest, which means that he wants me in an active state of rest. In an active state of it is done. And that's what it is. It is done. In an active state of healing, it is done. I'm healed. In an active state of, you know, a, just being in these different states of being actively. And I'm giving you a practical outlook on how I've been exalting the Most High because I'm going to get back to reading the Word as well. But right now, I'm giving y'all active observation of what I've been seeing as far as like the things that we give emotional observation to. Because just because Yahuwah is in a state of rest, because it says in the book of Enoch, it says this in the book of Enoch, we are in our 7th week. I didn't know what that meant at first, but he rested on the 7th day, which was, everything was to a completion on the 7th day. We're on the 7th week, which is everything is to a completion. We're moving towards the 8th week. And if you read the book of Enoch, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you have read the book of Enoch, you'll know what I'm speaking on. However, this quantum field that he created is running on autopilot. He also has messengers down here, angels, that actively report to the Most High, that actively report to Yahusha, because he gave Yahusha command over them. He said he made them a little less and he made Yahusha a little less and a little more than the angels, which is he made man a little less and a little more than the angels. Follow me. Where we are in a state of awareness, in a state of being watched, when we are in that state and the Most High can actively exalt the state of being that we are in. Okay? So, it's beneficial for you to be weak for the Most High. Be weak. Sometimes you ain't gonna have it all. Be confident that the Most High has your back. But be weak for obeying him. If you're weak for him, he can be weak for you. Besides, we are not to give our weakness away to, why is a man weak for his family? We are to be weak for our families, but us being weak for our families instantly puts us in a state of being protective. Like when we have a wife and children, we're instantly in a state of, I have to protect. I have to protect them. I have to make sure they're good. I have to make sure they're provided for. I have to make sure that they're nurtured and cared for correctly. It's the same with the Most High with us. But He can't reward your callous confidence. Callous confidence. Callous confidence. It's not true confidence. And I'll explain that as well. I'm going to explain. Hear me out. Hear me out. What happens when you try to plant a seed in a rock? Can a seed grow or penetrate a rock? I mean, like it's a possibility, you know. Through all things through the Most High are possible, right? But from a down to earth standpoint, if you was to try to plant a seed on a rock, do you honestly think it could root itself in that? And that's why ye who are hard hearted are full of confidence and arrogance and stubbornness. Stubborn, hard hearted. Seeds can't penetrate a hard heart. For you women who are hard hearted, positive growth cannot come in you with a hard heart. Ye males and females, ye men and ye women, you have more active benefit in being submissive. It says it in Corinthians chapter 7. Read the whole thing. Corinthians 7. Read the whole thing. 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Read the whole thing. Men submit ye to your wives. Wives, submit ye to your husbands. But husbands, submit ye to the Most High Yahuwah. And it means submit to women, or women that aren't yours. And you women, it doesn't mean for us to submit to you if we're not your man. If we're not yours, don't expect submission. We should not and shall not submit to those that are not ours. It's ordained by the Most High. He says it in Proverbs. We're not supposed to submit to y'all. We're not even supposed to chase y'all. We're not. Y'all supposed to actually seek to help a man. We're not supposed to be chasing. And he said that in his word. Now he understood that ye would be hard-hearted. And don't get me wrong. We're able to display interest. It's okay for a man to display interest, but once we see no interest, we have to turn the other way, turn the other cheek, and let you keep moving. You got it. You won. We supposed to be weak for the Most High. We're not supposed to be weak for y'all like that. And if we are weak for y'all, then that means we go against the righteousness of the Most High. Submit ye to righteousness, righteousness shall submit to you. Submit ye, be weak for righteousness, and righteousness shall be weak for you. Be weak for the Most High shall be weak for you. Be submissive to the Most High, and I'm talking to us men, the Most High shall be weak for you. Exalt him, he shall exalt you. You bless him, he shall bless you. It works that way. Once again, we got a lot of unauthorized users and abusers of the realms that are unseen. And they all have a form of godliness. They all have a form of godliness, but they are not attributing anything to the Most High Yahuwah. They've turned his Ruach into a spectacle. They turned it into a spectacle. And a lot of people turn the Ruach and their gifts into a spectacle, not an active call to righteousness. They don't use it for an active call to righteousness. They use it for an active call to profit financially, materially, which is fine. He does want us to have some gain out of it. However, not in that way. We are not to reduce our gifts to just a spectacle. The gifts are supposed to wake everybody up, to exalt the Most High, exalt the Most High. But this is why he said that our works were no good, because people are able to use the workings of the unseen laws with or without his permission at this point. And that's what people don't get. Like, people done backdoored. You got unsavory spirits that done backdoored the spiritual realm. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that we not really supposed to be, and this is why he says, stay steadfast, attribute all glory to the Most High, remain in righteousness while you're exercising your gifts. While you're exercising your gifts, remain righteous and in humility at all times. Be humble, be weak. Be weak for your fellow man, because you're weak for the Most High. And that's the same thing with Yahusha. He was weak for his fellow man because he was weak for the Most High. We're to follow his behavior. We're to follow that structure. It's not supposed to be the way that we consider it, because this is what happens when you use the laws, when you backdoor the laws, and you give access, spiritual access to unclean spirits. It creates you to be selfish. That's one. When you're attributing everything to the Most High, you're no longer counted as selfish. When you're weak and submissive for the Most High, you're no longer counted as selfish or egotistical in his eyesight. You're counted as obedient to his will. But you have more exaltation in your weakness than you do in your strength any day. Any day. You have more strength in your humility than you do in your own strength any day. Any day. And the Most High, all he needs you to do is see it. Be aware. Give him his praise. And nah, man, I'm not saying this for my health. I'm saying this because I'm trying to wake y'all up all the time. Every time I do a video, I'm trying to wake y'all up. That's it. The Most High is not going for everything everybody want to do. If you're a regular here and you already follow Yahuwah, you're not the one that got to worry. It's the ones that are brand new to the channel, that are still skeptics, or still, believe in the universe, or still believe in the spiritual. The Most High, if we not considering his emotions and feelings, he got every right to reject us. He got every right to cast us away. He do. He got every right to cast us away. And if we cause turmoil to his children or to others that are his children, he got because he said whatever you did to his children, you did to him. So if you ignored his children, you ignored him. If you if you denied or rejected his children, you have denied and rejected him. And you know who his children are because they have a distinct righteousness about them. It's very distinct. I know I see it all the time. So I know. I and I have a very discerning heart. So I know some people that mean well and don't really know how to exercise it. And then I know some people that think that they're being righteous but are not confident and boastful in their hard-heartedness, where seeds do not grow. Seeds of faith, even the faith of a mustard seed. Yeah, good luck trying to get that to grow into something hard. A mustard seed on a piece of concrete is not there. It's not going to bear any fruit. And if your heart is as concrete, or you're hard-hearted, it shall not bear fruit. Not good fruit. Matter of fact, it brings constriction, and restriction. You restrict yourself from the realm of the Most High. Which is why I keep, trying to explain. Don't attribute your poor behavior to the Most High create you that way. He didn't create us that way. This is for the people that, they want to be strong. Stop trying to be strong. Get out of your own strength. For us men, stop trying to be so damn strong. Stop trying to be emotionless. Because emotionalness is just as deadly as having a weak heart. Now he did say guard your heart. And that's fine. It's okay to guard your heart. Be aware of the iniquity that's out here. Yeah. I'm not telling you to not be aware of the iniquity. But I am telling y'all to consider how hard your heart is for seeds of righteousness. See, I seek to grow the tree of life. I cannot grow the tree of life with a hard heart. It shall not take fruit. It won't take root. I'm sorry. And I won't produce any fruit of the tree of life. To produce fruit of the tree of life is to speak life. Speak you into life. Give you encouragement to turn to the Most High so He can give you life. So He can nurture you as you nurture Him. But He has to be nurtured by you first. Otherwise, Most High not going for that. The Most High, He look at us as like, okay, He's training us, okay? He is training us to serve Him correctly. We can't operate correctly if we're not submissive or in a submissive heart. We can't operate correctly. And the Most High knows that. He's like, I can't have them operate uh, this way. If uh, if they're to reside in my kingdom, they have to be stripped of everything. They have to be stripped of wanting to do things their way. It's your awareness and your observation and exaltation that causes you to be in peculiar situations. Very peculiar. And I noticed it too. Like those that, nurture their observation in particular items or subjects, I noticed that Yahuwah created the invisible laws to work for whoever used them. And how, and, but it's deadly because it can mess up your eternity. If you backdoor in the Most High's realm, it can mess up your eternity. Seriously, it can mess up your eternity. You could be serving evil spirits, and you won't know it because they all show themselves as light at first. You don't see no harm in it at first. You don't. Like when it's just like when we practice our iniquities down here, we don't see any harm in it at first. But then as it progresses, it starts to fester, and we start to fall short because we not aware. When people are strong and confident, uh, people are strong and confident in their own workings, in their own, like the Most High, not he really can't exhaust you the way that he can't produce your energy to its fullest extent when you work against how he operates. The Most High operates differently than we do. So a lot of times we get in the way. We're just, we're a vessel to be used by the Most High. I'm a vessel to turn y'all to the Most High and to be used by the Most High. Like I've given my free will to the Most High, so I ain't got no dog in the fight right now. Most High really kind of guide me as I go along, and actually practicing exalting His creation. Cause I've been spending a week not reading the Bible, actually practicing, actually breathing, actually exalting Him, actually trying to concentrate on my state of my mental state or my feeling state of observation towards the Most High. I don't want to operate off this false confidence that man has created for himself. Man, y'all really think that the confidence that man created for himself is worthy of exaltation? I can tell you right now, yeah, just because somebody's financially successful doesn't mean that their character is successful, especially in the sight of the Most High. And yeah, like I said, these laws still work for the wicked and the righteous, which is why I'm very careful about how I explain this to y'all. Take yourselves out of it. And like I know a lot of times my messages be harsh. I know that sometimes. And I know that sometimes, y'all gonna disagree with some of the stuff I have to say, which is fine. Y'all can put that in the comments. That's cool. I'm trying to save you from yourselves. That's it. I'm trying to save you from your poor observation. It's okay to be aware, just don't give emotional attention to that. Give emotional attention to the Most High Yahuwah, the Ruach HaKodesh, Ruach Yahuwah. Give emotional attention and weakness to the Most High. Remember, it says the Most High's weakness is greater than man's strength. Understand what that means when he say that. That means my weakness for the Most High is greater than man's strength. If I'm weak for the Most High, that means my weakness is greater than man's strength. Disobedience is not rewarded. Your disobedience ain't about to be rewarded. I mean, it might for the time being, but you got an eternity to worry about. Everybody's so worried about, having heaven here on earth. We're not going to be in this realm like that. And then when we enter the new earth, uh, it's still going to be a different realm than what it was. We'll have new bodies. It won't be the same. When we produce children or reproduce children, we're supposed to create them in the image of the Most High and Yahusha. We're supposed to teach them as they grow how to do so. A lot of times people just let their children run on autopilot. So, yeah, the Most High, the Most High is not, he can't really protect those that weren't taught correctly. It's harsh to protect them. I mean, he can, but it's if they're in iniquity or practicing or around people of iniquity and it's too much for that individual, it's harder for the Most High to protect that situation unless they are in absolute obedience to the behavior of the Most High, which is why you got so many traumatized children out here or people that have been taken advantage of their life. It wasn't due to the Most High's lack of observation. It was due to the fact that it was lack of protection on either the parents' part or the guidance part, discipline part, because a lot of people want to play victim when they put themselves in terrible situations. That ain't got nothing to do with the Most High. I got to say that for myself too. When I was a victim of poor treatment or whatever, that's from my lack of obedience to the Most High. That was, and even though I meant well and I was well intended, the Most High can't protect my iniquity. He cannot. He could not protect my iniquity. He can only protect me if I'm in obedience to his behavior. That's me clicking in the Ruach again. You got to do that considerably when you're out practicing using the Ruach HaKodesh. When you're out practicing using the Ruach HaKodesh, do it a considerable amount of times. Breathe in. And that's really how you have to be. And then it has to be a slow breath, and then the Most High kind of exalts your consciousness because it resets you. And also, if you have feelings behind it, it's easier for the Most High you to impregnate your mind and your heart with things of His will. I hope I'm talking to somebody here, man. I hope one of y'all actually understand at the least one. If I get 10 of y'all to understand what I'm saying, more glory for the Most High. But I'm only seeking for y'all to learn. Learn off of me. I'll be in a couple of weeks. I'll be able to give y'all a testimony. I promise that. And I'm gonna give y'all my testimony in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna give you a testimony. But you know, in the meantime, I'm giving y'all the insight of how I'm functioning. I haven't read the word in about a week. Okay, so I've been more so going out, it's on the Most High, observing different types of information, all with the mind of Yahuwah, though, not with my own mind or not with my own heart, because I don't have a selfish heart. Once I understood that the Most High got feelings and emotions, my selfish heart went away, because He's like, what about me? You know, the Most High is like, what about me? I know what about you, but what about me? And that's what people don't get, you know, like, and don't walk around with no unforgiveness in your heart either, y'all. I seen firsthand that, oh, that's terrible. It's terrible. Because the Most High can't protect your unforgiveness. Especially when He instructed us to be forgiving. Vengeance is His. And, you know, have open weakness. Be openly weak. All right. Don't be out here being like, no. Be openly weak for the Most High. Meaning, submit to obedience to the way He wants you to behave openly. He'll reward you. You know, also submit to Him in secret. He'll reward you openly. As far as like what your closet is, your temple, He'll reward you openly. But you just gotta pay attention. Pay attention. Most I ain't out here like, I'm not telling y'all nothing I'm not observing. Besides, man, stop being selfish out here. Like, it's a reason that, you know, if you got like I said, if you got emotions and feelings, the Most High got emotions and feelings. Pay attention to His emotions and feelings, please. Stop ignoring Him. Be weak for Him the way you want Him to be weak for you. Be loving so that He can love you. Be loving towards Him so that He'll nurture you, and He'll send you a helpmate if that's what you're looking for. Whatever it is you need in your life that the Most High see that you need, He got to make sure you're prepared for it. He's not gonna just give you something willy-nilly. Now remember, He allows the other children, the children that ain't His, He allowed them to run around and do whatever they want to do. He ain't those ain't His concern. Those ain't His concern. He's not concerned with them. He's not concerned with Donald Trump. He's not concerned for those people that's in high places and wickedness and principalities. He not concerned with them. He concerned with his and protected his. He not concerned with them. He said that he got the time for them. He not worried about them right now. He worried about, are you paying attention? Are you in a state of Sabbath? Be in a state of Sabbath. Understand that it is done. Be in a state of Sabbath. State of being. We in the 7th week, rest. It is done. If you sought healing, it is done. If you sought whatever it is you seek, I seek the tree of life, it is done. With passion, observation, emotional observation, loyalty to the Most High, obedience to the Most High. Be weak for the Most High. The way that Yahusha was weak for us, we supposed to be weak for them the same way. And we supposed to be weak for our brethren in the same way. And not in and not being obedient to iniquity. That's not what I mean when I say being weak or giving in to somebody poor behavior. That's not what I mean when I say be weak. May be weak for the Most High's obedience above all else. And that way you know not to be weak for that poor behavior. Anyhow. I just been out here traveling and seeing and looking at the Most High the best way that I can possibly observe him emotionally. And once again, if you're new to the channel, I'm going to have more for you. I just wanted to chop it up with y'all. And this is all praises to the Most High YAHUAH. And I'm just giving y'all like some insight on how to navigate when you in a state of uncertainty. I'm just giving y'all a healthy insight on how to, work with the Most High. Be weak for his emotions. The same way that you won't be weak for righteousness' sake. For the sake of righteousness, be weak. Seriously. It'll help you out in the long run. Be obedient to him. That your weakness be stronger than man. Man's strength. Your weakness for the Most High, YAHUAH, is greater than man's strength. Your weakness for the YAHUAH is greater than the strength of men. Just remember that. And yeah, I love you. And I want y'all to, comment down below if you disagree. If you got a disagreement, don't hesitate to hit my comments. It's cool. I want you to I want you to, get it off the chest. If you got a different insight than I have, you feel me? But also, give all praises to the Most High. Hope you love others as well as you want them to love you. And just continue to grow. Continue to grow in understanding how to actively practice using the YAHUAH. Actively practice it. Don't just just read the word, actively practice it. I've been in a state of practice. You know, practicing using the Ruach HaKodesh. Practicing exalting the Most High with the Ruach HaKodesh. Practicing exalting the Ruach HaKodesh to everything around me. I'll be practicing. Now, it'll bear fruit. Honestly, it's already bared fruit. However, I'll give my testimony a little bit later, but I shall not and will not reduce it to a spectacle. That's what people want to do. They want to reduce it to a spectacle. No. I'll let everybody else play around with the spectacality of things. However, I still love y'all. Hit them comments. Hit that thumbs up. You know, if you got any discrepancies with my content, you know, get in them comments. Have a conversation. And have a conversation. You know, I'm not looking to debate. I'm looking to, if you have any correction for me, I'm willing to accept whatever correction it is that you have. And I'm willing to give insight or, you know, understand you. My fault. I'm willing to understand your insight on where I am incorrect at. Yep. And remember, don't argue with me. Argue with the word. Most of the stuff that I'm telling y'all, I got from the word. I didn't get it from myself. But yeah, it's all love, y'all. I'll be back on again. Let y'all, give y'all update, give y'all testimony. The next time you see me, hopefully I'll have a testimony. But yeah, it's all love, y'all.